Are you sabotaging your own retirement without even realizing it? When people lose money in their 401k, it usually isn't due to market crashes alone or simple bad luck.
I liquidated my 401k for this.
What's a 401k?
Those people are often losing money because of painfully simple mistakes that can quietly eat away at their future wealth. These are basic, preventable blunders that can cost the average American hundreds or even thousands of dollars in potential retirement savings. That could be enough to buy a house, pay for college, or fund years of freedom in your golden years. All right, let's dive into the 7 biggest 401k mistakes and the ways that you can avoid making them again. But one quick note before we do, remember, I'm not an investment or financial advisor, and this isn't personalized advice. Let's start with one of the easiest ways you'll ever make money, your employer match. Think of it like this. Your boss is literally standing there with cash in hand, saying, "Here, take it," and you still walk away. It's like refusing a $100 bill because you didn't feel like reaching out your hand. If your employer matches 50% of what you contribute up to 6% of your salary and you're only putting in 3%, you're potentially saying no to thousands of dollars every year. For example, if you make $50,000 a year and contribute 6%, that's $3,000 from you and $1,500 from your employer with the 50% match. That's $4,500 going straight into your retirement. But in that same scenario, if you only contribute 3%, you lose $750 every year from your employer. Over a 30-year career, that's $22,500 gone, not even including interest that could have been growing for decades. If you've been missing out on your employer match and have a few extra dollars to spare per paycheck, you might want to consider increasing your contribution. The next mistake is all about how you think about your 401k. Your 401k isn't a piggy bank. It's an investment account designed to build wealth over decades, but fear has many people treating it like a glorified savings account, leaving their money in cash or safe market funds, usually earning less than inflation. Sure, it feels secure watching your balance remain stable, but inflation is most likely secretly robbing you. Every year your money sits idle, it loses purchasing power. So if you invested $300 a month for 30 years and it just earned 2%, you'd end up with about $148,000. Not bad, right? Well, if you invested that same amount into a diversified stock portfolio averaging 8%, you'd have over $450,000. Look, markets will always move up and down, but over decades, history has shown that they go up way more than they go down. So if you're still sitting uninvested, learn more about your risk tolerance and your 401k investment options. It might be time to stop protecting your money from growth and start protecting your future from regret. If you've ever wondered why your retirement account doesn't seem to grow as fast as you expected, check the fine print. It might be leaking money, which is the next mistake on our list. Some 401k fees are like termites. You don't see them, but they slowly eat away at your returns. So check your 401k plan's expense ratio, which can usually be found in your yearly disclosure documents. As a general rule of thumb, if you're paying more than 0.5% in annual fees, that's considered on the higher side these days. Ideally, your index fund should cost around 0.03% to 0.10%, while most actively managed funds are often charging 0.75% or more, and that difference adds up fast over the years. If your plan is packed with high-cost fees, consider switching to a lower-cost index fund within your 401k or rolling over your balance into an IRA with cheaper options. Because when it comes to retirement, every percentage matters, and that 1% fee can be the difference between tens of thousands of dollars by the time you retire. This one might hurt, but borrowing from your 401k can be one of the riskiest moves that you can make. I get it. It sounds harmless, right? Because you're borrowing from yourself. But here's the catch. The money you take out stops compounding in the market. You're trading decades of potential growth for a short-term fix. Let's say you borrowed $20,000 for a personal expense. That money could have doubled or even tripled over time if left invested. Instead, it's out the game now. Think of it this way, you're not borrowing from your 401k, you're borrowing from your future self, and trust me, that version of you is probably wishing they had that money right now. Timing the market is one of the most difficult things to do, but people still try anyway. When stocks are booming, you usually see people buy more. When things get ugly, you might see people start to panic sell. It's just human nature, but it's also one of the fastest ways to destroy long-term returns. The truth is, market crashes can actually be buying opportunities. When stock prices go down, there's usually a chance for you to buy shares for cheap. And when the market recovers, as it has in the past, those discounted shares can multiply your gains. This is called dollar cost averaging, and it works. The key here is staying consistent. One of the biggest mistakes investors can make isn't picking the wrong stock, it's quitting when things get uncomfortable. So the next time the market drops and you feel the urge to pull out your money from your 401k, just remember, that's when millionaires are quietly buying in. And hey, if you're still watching, make sure to subscribe. I cover real-world strategies on how to grow your wealth, even when the market looks scary. This one happens far too often. Someone leaves a job, they see their old 401k with a few $1,000s in it and decide to cash it out. Just this once. That is a big mistake. Not only do you owe income tax on that withdrawal, but you also usually pay a 10% penalty if you're under the age of 59 and a half. So that means you're losing money on an investment that could have grown exponentially by retirement age if you had just left it alone. So, unless you enjoy setting money on fire, try not to cash out your old 401k. See if you can roll that over into your new employer's plan or an IRA, because that small amount can turn into something massive given enough time. Every dollar left invested is another little worker earning compound interest for you. Every dollar cashed out is a worker you just fired, and probably for no reason. And finally, what I consider the most painful mistake of all is waiting too long to start. This one hurts because it's so easy to avoid, yet so many people fall into this trap. They tell themselves they'll start when things settle down, after paying off debt, or once they get their next raise. But time doesn't wait. You can make up for lost money, but you can't make up for lost time. Every year you wait is another year that you could have been compounding. Even if you could only afford $50 right now, that is a great place to start. The amount matters less than the habit. Once you build the habit of saving and investing, the growth usually takes care of itself. Every mistake we've talked about, missing your employer match, being too conservative, paying high fees, taking loans, timing the market, cashing out early, or starting late, all comes down to one root cause: not understanding how powerful compound growth really is. Your 401k isn't just a savings plan, it's a time machine that multiplies your decisions, good or bad, over decades. If you feed it consistently and you keep costs low and you stay invested, it can turn a modest contribution into life-changing wealth. If you ignore it or make emotional decisions, it can quietly drain your future without you even noticing. Here's the good news. Everything we've covered today is fixable. You can start contributing more tomorrow. You can move more money into your better investments. You can avoid loans and commit to staying the course despite market fluctuations. The difference between a broke retiree and a financially free one usually isn't luck. It's discipline, education, and small, smart decisions made over time. So, take control today. Your future self, the one sipping coffee on a beach somewhere, laughing at how stressed you used to be, will thank you for it. And if this video helped you understand your 401k, even just a little better, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more weekly videos on building wealth, mastering your money, and securing your financial freedom. Your retirement deserves better than just guesswork. Let's learn tools and avoid making these mistakes again, and I'll see you in the next video.